All right, I didn't feel like making you guys wait any longer.
Howdy, everyone. Finally live.
I guess I should roll the intro really quick, though. Just kidding. Yeah, I don't know what happened. So we scheduled everything through Talk Studio. And
just like normal.
Yeah, just like normal. We went live. It was live on Rumble and Twitter and Facebook. But the problem is there's no options in Talk Studio to be like, hey, can you reconnect this destination? I was wondering why some people are like, we're like literally live, and someone's like, someone needs to buy these guys a watch. I'm like, we're live. What are you talking about? Yeah, so we're just gonna pretend like that didn't happen. Thanks Streamlabs for screwing stuff up. This is the first time we had an issue with it. All right, so it's been a pretty slow news week. I'm gonna go ahead and pull up my stuff here. I don't think, I'm sorry to disappoint, but I don't think we have a Tim rant, do we?
No.
Pretty sure we don't. No, there's no Tim rants. No one's really pissed me off this week. So we're just going to go over some of the news stuff. It's very slow. I think the only major news thing we have is about the Bambu update breaking MQTT for Panda Touch users, which yay, close proprietary crap.
They said they'd do it, and now it's finally happening, unfortunately.
Yep. So company updates. So we have on the way, we have correctly cut K1 Max plates coming. That has been corrected. We still have the discount ones. If you guys want a good 310 by 315 plate for like $25, they're normally like 30 plus. I think those are almost 40 for that size. We have a few of those left. They work just fine. They'll still work on your K1 Max. You just take the little alignment screws out of the back of your bed. They're just 2 screws you unscrew. But we are getting ones cut that will fit perfectly on there. SVO8 plates we have already designed. The 510 by 510 plates, aka the 508s. So we used to call them 508s. So they're 508s. I went up to 510 by 510 because they'll still work on the 508 beds just fine. But they'll also be full coverage for the T500, which is a 510 by 510. What else? Plates, the 290 by 290 Ender 6 plates are making a comeback as well, and the 475 by 470s. So, and the Soval SVO8s, those will also fit the Voron machines that use like the 355 by 355 plates because they're just 355 by 355 plates. Speaking of the SVO8, I'm not waiting until the end of June to receive a printer that I don't really need. Tor has one, so you know, he does most of our design stuff anyways, so I don't see the point in me having one. I'm probably going to take that money and put it towards buying a K1 Max because the guy that I was relying on that I sent a sample to test fit the doors basically bailed on me. So I don't know what the deal is, but I need to get the doors done. So we're going to have to buy a $600-700 printer that we don't really need so we can test fitment of things because unlike other companies, we actually like to test the stuff we sell before we fit it. Speaking of other printers, I have a K1C sitting in my living room right now that came a couple days ago. So we'll be doing that as well and getting the doors test fitted for that. We also carry a bunch of micro-Swiss stuff for the K1 Max and the K1 and the K1C. I think FedEx actually just delivered the Bambu door. I know Matt received that delivery from FedEx here. So that sample, I can actually check my packages here. I think, yep, delivered. So I should have a Bambu, hopefully should be the last revision of the Bambu door. And then we can start taking this off and getting those sold.
Yeah, I would like to replace mine.
Yeah, we have two new products, 2 new filaments. You guys may have seen the email, but I'm mentioning now, just in case you see, we now have carbon fiber ASA. So our carbon fiber, we've had PLA, ABS, and PETG. They all print beautifully. I actually have the ASA print right here. They print beautifully, and it starts at $30 a roll, and it gets down to 25 if you buy in bulk. Tor's even printed. There you go. Tor loves our carbon fiber. I have to like seriously order extra carbon fiber because I'm like, how many rolls do you want this month for all your projects? Because Tor prints like all his stuff in carbon fiber.
Yeah, I'll be building this in the next week or two.
Yeah, and so I have actually, hey Jordan, can you grab me one of the rolls of new filament? So it's just released today. I was originally going to release it for the 4th of July, but I figured Memorial Day is just as good as an excuse. I wasn't expecting it this soon, but our filament company that we use to get all this stuff made for us is quick. So we have our new Murica filament, and this is a red, white, and blue silk. We have 200 rolls is what we ordered. It will not be restocked. So if you guys want to grab the Murica filament, I actually have a quite fitting test print here. I got a George Washington bust, and you can, it's hard to show off on here. You can actually check the product pictures. So there's the red and the blue right there. And then right here on his face, you can start seeing, it's starting to see the white showing up in there. In person, you can see it a lot better. These silks are really hard to get on video. I do have, where's my other?
The product pages also look really good.
Yeah. So this one you can see a little well. So I've got a little bust here I printed, and you can see it there on like the face. I don't have a fill light on this. Maybe if I see the white coming through there. Definitely something that looks a lot better on in person than on the actual video here. I'll pull the product page because the product page does actually show it off pretty good. And I already have this on here. So yeah, it's our first limited edition filament we made. So I figured it'd be kind of fun. So there's the print I have. You can actually see the white in here. So you got the red, white, and blue. It's a tricolor silk. And this is, we made 200 rolls. You can really see it here. You see the white coming through. You got the red, white, and blue, and then multiple different angles. You can really see it here on this close up. So yeah, if you're looking for something that prints really nice, and is something unique, I haven't seen anybody doing this. I figured this was a cool thing to do. Here's a filament itself, so you can see it's a tricolor. So we got the red, white, and blue here. That's a silk, and yeah. So we have 200 rolls. That's it. I'm not ordering. We're not reordering this. Once it's gone, it's gone. So if you guys want to grab a roll of that, you can see here, $29.99, and if you buy more than 3, you start getting price discounts. So check it out. That's launched. So happy Memorial Day. We will be closed for Memorial Day. I just want to let you all know we will be closed for Memorial Day. So just wanted to make a note of that. We will have post auto going out. They're already scheduled. Letting everybody know we will be closed. And yeah, so we will not be doing Memorial Day sales. I personally think it's kind of tacky. It's a day of remembrance and, honoring those who gave their life for this country. So we don't typically do Memorial Day sales. I just don't feel right doing that. So
yeah,
no harm to other companies that do it. If you want to do it, that's fine. We just, I don't think we've ever done a Memorial Day sale.
I don't believe we have.
I don't think we have. So, but yeah. So anyways, yeah, so check that out. The other thing we have, let me see. I'm canceling my SVO8 order. They've messaged me back like 5 different times. So I emailed them. I said, hey, can you please cancel, refund my order? I don't want the printer any longer due to delays, and seeing the issues others had with the machines who did actually get them so far. And they said, thank you for your email. Sorry to keep you waiting. We're trying our best to prepare stock. Your order may be shipped to you in June. We will consider keeping the order. I was like, as in a few weeks or end of June. And they said, sorry, we don't have a specific time. Could you please allow more time? I told them, what did I say exactly? I just said, please cancel the order. We need to purchase a different machine. So I'm not getting my SVO8. I'm not really that impressed with what I've seen. I mean, it looks like a neat printer. Tor's been enjoying his, but like they promised us like on the actual product page when we ordered it, they said mid-June. If they
early
knew they could only early June. Was it early June? We could find out because we have the Wayback Machine.
It was early June, and I got mine the 18th. So I've had mine for a bit. I have 60 hours on mine so far.
Let me see. So let me share this page here. So let's see. So April 1st, is this the first one here? This is probably, yeah, so sold out. So let's go to the next snapshot here. The printer, you know who. Okay, then it actually had like something on here. This captures weird. Yeah, this captures kind of fuckered. It says sold out. No, it was probably a
Their
little
whole
bit.
month has been kind of rough. First, the whole.
Yeah, let me see. Well, this is just a snapshot here. So this is the 15th. Didn't it go live on the 18th or something? Yeah, 18th. So here's the 22nd. This is a couple days after. Oh, look at that. So people that want to say, oh, you're just whining. Early May. Early May is completely different from late June. This is ordered at the end of April. Late June is what they're saying now. There's none of these actually. It's funny. All these other countries are also not even saying late June. So if you have an SV08 and it hasn't shipped yet, you're probably going to be waiting till the end of June. That's what I've been told. That's what other people have been told. So yeah, I'm not excited enough about that printer to wait a month past the delivery date to get it. If you want to, that's fine. We have one. Tor's got his, so we'll be able to do stuff with it. But I can't I can't justify that. Like that's not my problem as a customer that you guys oversold. You know, if they knew, hey, we have the capacity to make 200 units, you guys should have stocked 200 units. When they went out of stock, say, hey, this is batch 2. Batch 2 will ship in this date. Like that's typically what most companies that have their shit together will do. Like they'll set up a certain list of a quantity, I should say, of how many they can produce, and then they say this batch will ship between this date and this date. And then if they want to sell more, they can go, okay, this is the second batch. If you're, and then it makes it easier too. Oh, if you're in batch 1, this is your ETA. If you're in batch 2, this is your ETA. If you're in batch 3, this is your ETA. Instead of this, like, oh, and now it's late June, so you're a month plus past the promised delivery date. Like, I'm not caring enough about a print. I'm not waiting that long.
Yeah. It's nice. It does need some tweaks and it works.
Yeah.
But like I've had weird issues with it. Like I was trying to get ABS temps going and just testing it. It would go for a bit, and then after like 2 or 3 minutes of reaching temps, it would just start dropping temps. Like the SSR
Yeah,
was
were we
failing.
on a call? Were we on a call when that happened? Or
No, I was messaging it to you. But actually printing ASA at 100 degrees Celsius on the bed, it did fine. So I don't know what's going on with that.
Yeah, here it is. Yeah, temps are dropping. Yeah, and then it shut the clipper shut it down.
Yeah.
So basically a thermal runaway on the bed. So we'll see. We'll see if their SSRs that they're using are up to stop. The other thing is that printer, which is also kind of a drawback. I like to run my printers on UPSs. That printer is a 1200 watt power draw. Like that's
yes,
a really.
I learned the hard way that it will cut the power, or it will do a overdraw on the our Vertiv UPSs.
Well, yeah, because the Vertiv, they're only rated for 900 something watts. Hang on, I'll make you big there, Tor. Hang on, there you go. Oh, it's blowing your light's blowing it out. Maybe take it down a notch.
Like it prints beautifully. I'm super happy with it. It's just some marble PLA from Polymaker.
Yeah.
It still needs some work. Like the profile is it works, but needs some TLC.
So their stock profile is not great.
I mean, that was on the stock profile, but I've started to tweak it and tune it in.
I mean, I've had to tweak and tune my Bambu profile too. It's funny when you get the Bambu users that think that they don't have to do anything, and it's like, no, it's a printer. You're still going to have to tweak and tune certain items on it.
I've also updated their starting macro so it actually checks the Z offset with the Z stuff in the back, as well as cleans the nozzle.
Yeah. Yeah, we were talking about starting to work on some macros for printers running Clipper that we could, put out to try to make the usability of specific machines easier. Basically, like, hey, grab our files, drop these in. This is what they do. This is how to use them. That kind of thing. So, is it going?
Mhm.
How funny it'd be if it just like you also still didn't get the rest of your order, did you?
Nope, that's going to be late June.
I just realized it. Yeah, so you ordered the enclosure. We both ordered the full shebang, the printer, the enclosure, and the screen.
Let me check my
Um,
emails when they said.
which all were supposed to be like as far as the site was when we ordered it. I was assuming everything was going to ship together, which would just make sense. Like why would you want to have to ship multiple packages? So I don't know. I
Yeah, they
think the
sent me
way
a
they
screenshot of the store page for the enclosure kit, just a like separate page for it that states it ships like late June or something like that. It's like
so
that
they're
was not
expecting you
on the
the page where you ordered from.
it was not on the page where I ordered from, and nowhere did it mention that. So I was not pleased about that at
Yeah,
all.
I think they kind of like from the get go. Remember the whole bullshit with all the reviews that they were doing, and we called them out,
Yeah.
and then they changed it. Like this whole launch
That's
of
so
this printer
sorry.
has been kind of a shit show. Like it really has.
Oh, early
Like
June.
early
But
June.
let's
Well,
face it, it's probably gonna be late
so
June.
that's July then. So if the printer was early May and now they're not showing up till late June, and the enclosure was early June, we can assume then it's going to be late
Yeah.
July then for the
Yep.
enclosure. Just push it back by a little over a month. So
I mean, it's summer here, so the office gets pretty warm. It's 80 degrees next to the printer right now, so I've been printing ASA without it. But I would like
yeah,
to keep that heat in, so it's not just pumping it into my office.
yeah. Well, I mean, if your office is hot enough, your whole office could be the enclosure.
That's what it's been. Like I didn't turn on the AC yesterday, and it got 92 in here.
I was trying to find your like link share from Facebook. The permalink is kind of foobar here. I Yeah.
True, it is less of a shit
Oh, there it
show
is.
than the
Okay.
Orange Storm Giga.
Yeah, we're just comparing shit shows at this point. So, all right, let's go into like literally the one. I mean, this kind of was news, like updates on the SV08. I mean, it's like Tor's pretty happy with his, but I mean, communication is a big thing, like with your customers. Actually, I have like a mini rant for today. How's that?
You freaking freaks! When will you learn? When will you learn that your actions have consequences?
Okay, so I was purchasing some stuff for Krista, because the kid's coming very soon. Is some kid stuff. It was like a nursing cover thing, and she wanted this specific brand, and she's like, "Oh, I can get these like new or gently used on eBay. It's just like a fabric cover, so who cares, right? We're talking like a third of the price, right? So I bought one from two. I bought two. The first person goes, "Oh, I'm going to cancel this order. Didn't realize it had a tear in it, and canceled or refund the order." Right? Like whatever. I get it. Shit happens. I was a little irritated, so I was like, "Well, there's another one," and I ordered it on like Friday night, and I didn't realize the guy had like a 3 day shipping or 3 day 3 business day handling. So um, it had been past that. So I tried messaging him a couple times, like a couple days ago, tried messaging him. I was like, "Hey, is this going to ship?" Didn't hear anything back. Sent another message like, "Hey, did you ship this? Did you maybe not put the tracking number in?" No response. So I was like, "Okay, it's been like a week now. I have no tracking number. I don't know." The guy says he takes up to 3 business days for handling. Um, and no responses. So I was like, okay, well, I'm just gonna leave a negative feedback on there. Be like, guy never ships the order, no communication. And then he gets back to me, and he's like using his son, like, "Oh, I'm a single dad, and my kid has autism, and all this stuff." And I was like, "Dude, we placed the order Friday. If you don't work the weekend, you still had Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, and Thursday to ship it. Like it's one thing. You put it in a box. Like we ship, 20 to 30 orders a day out of here. We ship same day, next day. but like, why did you not get back to me? And then so he literally tries to guilt trip me by typing a prayer into eBay messages. And yeah, I don't know. I don't think I told you this whole story. And I was like, dude, and so I messaged him. I said, please cancel, refund the order. Because at that point, I had already gone and bought more of those covers from other sellers and they've already shipped. And I was like, why did you not communicate? Like, it shit happens, right? But a quick message be like, hey, I've got some shit going on. I'm gonna need a couple of
Yeah.
extra days to ship this. That's it. That would have been fine. But like, he's literally, and you look at the other negative posts, he constantly uses his child as an excuse to not ship orders on time. It's like, it's so unprofessional. Like, here's the thing: we all have our own shit going on. I have personal shit going on. Luckily, I have extra people that can help me out. But sometimes my personal stuff does get in the way, and I communicate that with our customers. But also at the end of the day, your personal stuff or my personal stuff isn't my customer's problem. And to like whine to your customer because you aren't doing your job is highly unprofessional. Like, it's not your, if I got like a water main broke or something, like, yeah, it's going to impact, but I'm going to figure out how to still get my work done and take care
Yeah,
of
that
the
doesn't take
issues.
out 24 hours of your day to get that done.
Yeah, like you're telling me from the time, like, okay, if you're at a home thing, like when I did, eBay and stuff, like I would get my stuff packed up and ready to go over the weekend. Like, you're telling me in that span of time of almost a week, like 6 days, you had zero time to put a single item in a box and throw a label on it. And then on top of that, what also pissed me off is he's going like, oh, I can't, I already made the label. I can't cancel it. Yes, you can. You can fucking cancel a label. We void out customer orders all the time. So at this point, I'm like, dude, I just want you to cancel the order. And I told him, like, just listen. I was like, it's really unprofessional that you're using your child as an excuse to not ship your orders. You're like, if you can't do this, maybe you shouldn't be running an online business and constantly getting negative feedback because you're not shipping your orders. Like, that's your job. You put the thing in the box, you ship the orders. Like, it's not that hard. Like, but I was like, really? And the thing that pissed me off was like he was trying to use like a religious guilt trip. Like, I wasn't born yesterday, and like it was just so manipulative, and like it doesn't make me like, oh my god, I should be nicer. Like, no, dude. Like, I said, hey, please cancel it. I just said cancel and refund the order. That's what I said. Cancel and refund the order. And he's like, give me this sob story. Like, no offense, but like, it's not my problem. I've got my own stuff to worry about. Like, I paid you money. You're supposed to ship an item. At the very least, you could have done said, hey, shit hit the fan. I need a couple extra days. Like, then I've been like,
Yeah,
okay,
at
whatever.
least have
But
some
like,
communication.
yeah. But yeah, no, I told him, I was like, listen, if you ship the order, like I told him, I've already bought this from another seller that actually knows how to run a business. So I don't need the item. So if you ship the item, I'm going to refuse delivery and I'm going to open a chargeback. I hate open chargebacks because it's a pain in the ass, but like, you still have the item, you haven't even shipped it. There's no reason you can't cancel the order. There's not. Like, we pull orders that have already been packaged up and labeled and are in a bottom of a bag with 50 other orders in them all the time because I want to, like, that's just being a good business owner, is taking care of your customers. So the fact that you're not willing to cancel is because you screwed up tells me that you're just a shitty business owner and you don't care about anything but yourself and excuses as to why you can't do it. Like, dude, if you can't run an online store, then you should be running an online store, and you shouldn't be like surprised that your customers are getting upset with you because you're not communicating with them. Like, everybody's got smartphones. You're telling me you can't open, like, you can't, like, here's how easy to send a
Yeah,
message
your
to someone
app
on
is
eBay.
connected to
Hang on.
your
Hang on.
account.
I'm
You
gonna
can
go on my
fucking
eBay app here. Okay, I'm open my eBay app. Let's say I'm gonna go back to the homepage. So let's say I'm at home eBay app. Here's how hard it is to send a message to eBay. You go to my eBay, you go to messages, and you can select who you want to message and type it out really quick. Like, it's not that hard to communicate with your customers. And one thing I've learned being in business and being in tech support, because I did IT for years ago. I did IT many years ago, and is that even if you can't solve the customer's issue, if you just let them know that you're working on it and something's going on, most of the time they'll understand. And
yeah.
that's all I'm saying. Like, is just a little bit of communication goes a long way, and that's it. Like, I'm very big on trying to communicate with our customers when we have delays, when there's things impacting things that affect our customers. We try to over communicate, if anything. So I'm not
It
saying
reminds
we're
me of the
perfect.
guy I sold my graphics card to a few years back. It was like during Katrina, and he was mad that there were shipping delays and it took longer because
Yeah,
of a
I mean,
natural disaster. He tried to
yeah,
do a full
but that's a
chargeback.
little. I like, seriously though. I feel like, given, like, because I look, you can see their eBay history and you can see his reply, and it's always my son. Like, dude, it's not your customer's problem if you have a child that needs extra care. It's not their problem. I don't know. I don't care if it sounds harsh, but legitimately, it's not your personal problems, regardless of what they are not your customer's problems. It is your job as an adult running a business to get your business taken care of and handle your personal stuff. And if for some reason you absolutely can't manage your personal stuff, and you need time off, then you need to communicate that with your customers. That's what you
Yeah.
need to do. So yeah, like, Blasto, my wait, oh, I can't pull him up on stream because we're doing the RTMP. He said, my child is group work today, cannot business. I was trying to do my impression of Josh. Hang on. Maybe let me try Josh. Cannot group work today. Oh, sorry. My child is group work today, cannot business. I can't. He has this just certain voice to him. I can't do it.
A bit nuts. Yes, I did update the firmware on it after the stream, and I also tweaked the starting macro, and it's been working great so far. 60 hours in, no real issues besides the bed being weird during testing.
All right. Oh,
Hey,
tripod.
Tripod.
We should end the stream. Okay,
Emerson is in chat as well.
Oh, we got both of them. All right. Well, that's just kidding. Oh, okay. Yeah. Yeah. No, three. I mean, this is the thing. Yeah. So, like, yeah, 3 Swift says Saley had to terminate a guy who was repeated no shows due to his wife's health problems. He wouldn't ever call, just constant no shows. I mean, like, that sucks dealing. I'm not saying it sucks dealing with somebody who has health issues or whatever, but like, you're an adult. You need to figure out how to manage your life. Working is part of life. Like, there's a lot of times that, believe it or not, even though I own the company, that I don't want to work because I want to go do stuff or just take a freaking break. And sometimes I can't. It sucks. But that's life. Like, yeah, it's just I'm just tired of people not taking accountability for their own stuff and trying to push it back on others. So, I mean, it says he was from Northern California, so that might explain some things.
Hey,
Are you in Northern California, Tor?
I'm in Central California.
Oh, okay. Yeah. So, anyways, all right. Let's go to Big Tree Tech. This is like really, well, I mean, I guess the SVO updates were kind of news, but this is like the only like thing where we're pulling in from somewhere else. And this is from Mr. Luke. We like Luke. If you guys see Luke, please be nice to Luke. He's a cool dude.
Yeah, we met him at. I got to meet him at Rocky Mountain. I think you met him before that, haven't you?
Yeah. So, oh, sorry. What was that? My train derailed. Chat distracted me. I got to move chat over to like the other side here because I'm like moving my head to the other one. All right, we're good. Yeah, so I met him at Murph for the first time a couple years back. Him and I got into a Twitter screaming match, but then we kissed and made up, and then we finally met in person. He's a cool dude. So here's the thing I've noticed too. If you're having issues with people online and you can actually try to talk to them like over voice or something, you should do that because it's harder to be a dick
convey stuff
over, yeah, and convey things, tone, and all that other stuff over text. I get shit from my brother Doug because I call him all the time. He's like, "You're the only person that calls me." I was like, "Well, because I like talking over voice. So that can be a phone call, it can be Discord, Telegram, whatever. I like voice chat if I'm gonna have a conversation with people. It's just more of a meaningful communication. I'm not a boomer, Josh. Aren't you older than me? How old are you?
Born in December of 89.
Oh, so you're like 11 months younger than me. Okay. Okay, so back on topic. Mr. Luke, be nice to him. But he's one of the guys there that I don't know what his official title is. Maybe just like shit shield, like because he takes so much shit from people. God bless him for all the crap he deals with. But he has been helping Big Tree Tech get their shit together. So, but yeah, so Bambu announced they will be disabling simultaneous MQTT in LAN and cloud mode. That's okay. Why are they disabling for LAN mode? That's pissing. That's kind of pissy. The firmware that does this is currently in beta. I want to share some information about how it will affect the Panda Touch. Your Panda Touch will continue to work, but it will need a firmware update if your printers are not operating in LAN only mode. Okay, so it sounds like if you have it tied to the cloud, that's where you really need to be concerned, correct?
Yeah, I actually did update to the beta firmware that he's talking about.
Because you have the
And then-
P1S, right?
Yeah,
Yeah.
I have the P1S. Emerson actually sent me the link to this the morning after. And I started to play with my Panda Touch, and I was like, oh, I can't control anything. Like, I can see all the status, I can see the temps updating and everything. Can't turn on the lights, can't home the printer, couldn't do anything.
It was borked.
Luckily, they did add back the ability to downgrade your firmware after the whole fiasco with
The
was
X1
it X1 Plus? Yeah.
Yep. Do you have to void your warranty to downgrade the firmware, or is that
No.
is that permitted without voiding your warranty? I'm running the latest
permitted.
X1 Plus 1.1 on mine. By the way, I just updated that a while ago. X1 Plus has been great. It's definitely made good. It's not bad. So it's good. But yeah,
I would
so
run
they're
mine in
saying
LAN
here,
only, but I can't even
Yeah.
send files to the printer.
yeah, that's kind of bullshit. I'm sorry
I don't
about
know
swearing,
why.
but that's complete BS. So they're saying Bambu is saying that having both of them enabled, the cloud and the local, resulted in some instabilities. They have to either they decide to either enable either the LAN only or cloud, but not both at the same time, as a firmware version 105.0407. And right now, the Panda Touch is using the LAN MQTT, and they're working on a firmware release that will allow them to enable the cloud MQTT on a printer by printer basis. I wonder what that means, printer by printer basis. So, and I'm reading this for the first time. I kind of, I watch a couple of guys that cover news, and kind of processing it for the first time on stream is a little more interesting. So, but yeah, so like, okay, so it says on a printer by printer basis. Let's digest that. Does that mean you're going to have to either talk to Big Tree Tech support to do something that they need to communicate with Bambu, or does that mean you got to go through Bambu to do something to your printer or account?
I think you have to do it on the printer itself.
Connection. Okay. On a printer by printer basis, they should clarify that. Because when I read that, the first thing I'm thinking is there's something involved with either Big Tree Tech or Bambu. It's not something you're going to be able to do. Now, if it means going to the printer and doing it, getting an access code or something, that's whatever. It's annoying, but whatever. So he says you'll be able to use a blend of cloud and LAN only mode printers from a single Panda Touch. If you update your P1 to 105.0407 without updated Panda Touch latest firmware, and you use your printers in cloud mode, then some of the control functions of the Panda Touch will stop working. Now, have you updated? Have you updated both your printer and the Panda Touch, or did you just downgrade?
I only downgraded after I updated the printer.
Okay, so I'm assuming they haven't. You haven't got your hands on the beta yet. Oh, you found the beta for the Panda.
No, they added me to the beta a while back.
Oh, okay.
Let me pull up GitHub to see if there's any releases on
any updates. Yeah, so he says, so the V104, so you have Panda Touch V104, you'll be able to enter the cloud connection details for the printers that require them and continue using the Panda Touch as usual. So that's good. I'm glad they found a workaround, because honestly, Bambu, we know Bambu is like Apple. They don't want you screwing around with their stuff because they think their users are too dumb to mess with things. But like, it's I how many of you guys want to make a bet that at some point they're gonna just say, nah, we're not even gonna allow this? If they can do that, depending on how Big Tree Tech write their software, because maybe Big Tree Tech software is like emulating the Handy app or something like that. So
It does
yeah.
not look like the 1.0.4 beta is released.
Beta's-
Their last update has been a month ago.
Okay. Well, guess we're gonna have to wait. How many? I'm just curious. How many people in chat actually have a Panda Touch? I'm just curious.
I have
How many
2.
people in chat have a Panda Touch? You have 2? Oh yeah, because you got yours. Your first one was absolutely screwed up. We almost.
Yeah,
I'm
it
glad
works
we
in
waited.
battery mode, but not in USB.
We almost resold those, and I'm glad we dragged our feet on that because that would have been a support nightmare. So I'm going to check our Q&A here. I am going to show this off a little bit. Now, I am not an expert at any means, and I kind of screwed this scan up because I forgot to clean up the second
Looks like
scan
quite a few
before I
people
aligned
do.
them. Oh, hang on. Where'd my live chat go? I just had it open.
Yeah, I have it
Boomer
up on my
moment.
other monitor.
Quiet, you. You're sleeping in my house, okay?
I only bought the Panda Touch because I wanted a screen next to me instead of having to run back and forth to the printer.
Yeah.
So I can just quickly check on it. Like, this print's finished. I can turn off the lights from here. And I don't have to pull up an app or anything. It's just tap the screen and go.
Does anybody have like YouTube? I'm trying to pull live chat up on the actual video stream. Does anybody have live chat take forever to load?
Yes, it's been a thing recently. Like,
Yeah, I've noticed
I
it
was
on
in
every computer.
Yeah, Mandic Relay stream the other day. I had to refresh like 4 or 5 times to get YouTube chat to start working.
It's
The
so
stream
dumb.
itself was working, but
It's so
it's totally
dumb.
a YouTube thing. Here, I'll be right back.
So I'm gonna pull this in here. So I've been playing with that 3D Maker Pro scanner. And again, because I'm not a scummy YouTuber, we did get a discount for this, and we are looking at, if I like it, I still got to spend more time with it. We are looking at reselling these. I'm a noob when it comes to 3D scanners. So I'm going to put that out there right now. I'm not an expert. So I'm trying to see something here. No, that's not what I wanted. So I have, okay. So this scan here is 2 scans here. What I mean by screw this up, they have a plane option here to like select the base the thing was on when you were to select the base the thing was on when you're like processing the scan, I think would be the correct terminology for that. And I forgot to do that before I merged these two, so I've got like the white is actually the base of the turntable I had this on, and I can try to clean it up a little bit here. Let's see.
Emerson,
Here.
that's what I'm gonna do when I get mine.
Hang on, I gotta rotate this a little bit more, just a smidge, just a smidgen. Make sure. I think I got the correct layer selected now. There we go. So yeah, these white little dots here are actually from the turntable I had this sitting on, but you can select those scan points and just boop, get rid of them. And the reason I mention this is normally they do have a cleanup thing. So like, I'll show you what that looks like. So, let's say you want to get rid of the platform you scanned on. Okay. You can select this, select some as a sample. You can do a plain selection, and you can tell it how thick your base is that you were scanning on. And even if I do 1, you can see here, it's gonna take the bottom off of that. So I don't want to do that. But just to show you guys, so this is 2 scans merged into 1. So I scanned it face down and face up. This is actually the TD one. It's a thing to get like the hex color value from filament and the TD value, which is like how much it transfers light. It's like a transmission value.
For when you're using it with like QForge and things like that.
Yeah. No, and
I
then
wanna
so
play with these boards.
if I hide that, this was, you can see there the base is showing up. This is why I got to clean it up, and the LCD here shows up weird because it is a shiny reflective object. You do want to coat stuff that is like shiny with kind of like a lot of people recommend like kind of a flour, almost like almost flour. There's also sprays you can get.
Like
But
talcum
it's
powder
not
or
bad.
something.
What's that?
Talcum powder or something like that could
Yeah,
work.
like talcum powder. So, but this did a pretty good job. I just did this really quick while Tor and I were hanging out. I did another scan, but it's on my other computer that was of my Fluke
It should be in
infrared
our chat.
thermometer.
Let me see if I can find it.
Is it? But I am going to play with this. I am getting better at this. It is a really cool technology. So they're saying that this goes down to 0.03 millimeters of accuracy. I haven't tested that. I will be testing that, but I'm just getting the hang of using the software. And I can show you guys. So let me just, we'll see if I can do it. Let me do a new project here. And let me plug the scanner in. All right, let's see. Click here to refresh. Let's see. I'm going to easy scan mode. Oh, it's fired up. Okay. All right, so here's the TD one, and I selected this because this is not black and it's not a very reflective surface here. So when I do have this on a turntable and I want to, there is a distance. So as I move it back and forward, you can see it's too close. It gets out of focus. So you want to see that bar on the left. You want to kind of have right in the 310 to 290 range right there. So I'm pretty happy with it. So what I actually have this on is a little motorized turntable. And so I'm going to go ahead and hit scan. And I'm going to start rotating the turntable. And I'm going to let it get the sides of the enclosure there. And then if you notice, the top is completely open. So what I'm going to do now that I got the sides, I'm going to go up here and let it get its tracking back. It'll pick up in a sec here. See, it says lose tracking there. Come on, pick up. There we go. So now it knows where it's at again. So now I can go back and start feeding more data. And I'm moving the scanner back and forth to like get it. And I moved it too far up. Hang on, let me reset that. It is very touchy. So I don't know. This is the only scanner I've ever used. I don't know if anybody in the chat has used other scanners. Let me know if this one just seems more picky than others. But
Yeah, it's not a $50,000 scanner or anything like that.
No.
But it does do good work. I actually tagged you in Teams for the Fluke scanner.
Oh, the Fluke scanner. Okay. So I'm just gonna kind of move this around. I'm trying to keep this center in the window, and I want to like make sure I'm not going too close or too far. I'm gonna hold it kind of here so we can get the corners.
Yeah, I was actually pretty impressed with it.
See, but then it'll do weird stuff like that. Do you see those weird scan points there?
Yeah.
Like, I don't know. I'll be honest. I don't know why it does stuff like that sometimes. It's weird. So I usually will just
manufacturer when we ask them to add
it's probably, I'm assuming they're gonna be like you're like moving it too much or too fast, so it's like freaking out and losing tracking. But I'm gonna try one more time here. I'm gonna do this is what I did last time for that other scan. Yeah, no, see, I bump it and it freaks out, which is annoying. Let me try what I did first, which was I started it out with the thing not rotating. So I kind of give it a good starting point. So adjust it so it's getting most of it. Hit scan. And now we're going to have it rotate. Give it, just kind of pause it for a sec, let it get its bearings. Now they do have their own motorized table as well. And it does have like tracking marks and stuff. I'm just using a very basic one I've had for a bit here. Maybe it's fine, maybe it's not, but I'm working with what I have. They did not send me the base. So we got that whole side there. So I'm going to come up here and try to get the top here. So I'll make sure I get both sides of it. Bring it back down. I have it on a tripod right now, so I don't want to make it like do harsh movements and screw the scan up. What I mean. All right, so I'm going to stop that. It's going to process this.
Stream is about to lag for a little bit.
No, it's not going to like fully process it. It's just going to kind of start. It shouldn't be too bad.
Yeah, it collected 786 frames.
Oh, I realize I'm sharing just the app
window.
So there's actually a thing that says rebuilding on my screen. And I notice it stays like 6% and then it jumps. So it should be fairly quick. And then I'm just going to do a second scan of the top. So basically I don't have a hole, but before I merge them, I want to go ahead and make sure that I clean. I want to clean up and get rid of the platform. So
Blasto, who uses Mac?
Blasto does use Mac. Yes, they do actually have a Mac application. So this is, they call it it's JM Studio is the application they use. All right, so we got the scan here. It's pulling it in. It should be ready to mess with. Okay, so we got the one scan, and what I can do now is I can hit append, and now we can add another scan. So I've now turned it up, the other side up. I'm gonna get it. I'm gonna do the same thing. I'll rotate this view. I wish there was a way to like lock the view because it's on a tripod. And I'm gonna do that. And we're doing the same.
Are you able to do? Is this only for smaller objects, or can you actually do like a person with it?
You can, but it's gonna take a bit. This is more for smaller objects. There's no reason why you couldn't do a bigger object aside from maybe the sample size. But this can be handheld. So I just have it on a tripod because it's got the tripod mount. So I'm gonna let that scan there. Just give it a sec here. And we're pretty good. We got the side. We're coming back around to the side we started. So I'm gonna go ahead and pause that, and I'm gonna just slowly lift it up and try to get the top here. And when I'm scanning, I'm pulling this back and forth and looking at the scan in the middle of the screen there, because as you pull it back and forth, the depth that it's actually taking the measurements at, it shows you that with the green. So I'm gonna just I'm gonna turn this here. I wish there was a way I could pause the scan instead of having to like stop it, so I could like reposition the scanner.
I would want to put it on. If I get one, I'll probably put.
All right.
I would probably get a motorized turntable, or just make one off the one I already have, and then get like a extrusion to mount it on, and have a motor just pull it up and down.
They do have a motorized one where you can put the camera on and it goes and sweeps and it rotates, so it can go all the way around on its own, and it rotates, so it's more controlled. So I have noticed you have to go slow with this. Like, you cannot go fast. You have to go slow with it so it can keep its position. It can collect the data. Now, I don't know if that's, again, with all of them. I know Doug has Doug has like, I think it's a Revo point, and I
The
haven't
Revo
used
point
it.
or
I
whatever it's
borrowed it.
called.
Yeah, Revo point. I borrowed it. I borrowed it and I didn't get a chance to use it. So I don't know if it's super fast.
No, I like it. I kind of want one. If you pull up Teams, I sent you the
Oh,
or
yeah.
I pulled
No,
up the
because that was
OBJ file of the scan.
yeah, no, that was a freaking. Oh, you sent. Oh, yeah, because I sent it to you. Hang on. Let me download that. Yeah, because I was like, man, I just lucked out on like the first time like doing a scan with it. I was like, man, I actually did pretty dang well.
Coder Life, yes, that's the TD1 filament scanner for colors and
So here,
transition
I'm gonna
values.
switch this out here. So this was a scan from it of my fluke meter. This is normal to come out like that because there was a clear window, but like this was 3 different scans that it auto merged into one. So I didn't have to do any manual merging. And you can see it's a little weird here because there's a glass or plastic clear thing there. If I had like dusted that, it would have not shown up like that. But like this is 3 scans in one, and you can like see, you can actually read the buttons. It says SEL and set here. You got the up arrows and down arrows. You can almost make out fluke right here.
What was it? I thought it was a sticker or something.
Yeah,
That was
this is
picking up
just
as
like
well.
something that's slightly recessed. It's like the distance and like telling you
How
what
far
the
away you
angle
can
it is.
actually
Yeah.
scan is.
This was
Yeah.
a sticker on the side here. And it got the resolution out of the detail of the sticker there. So this was scanned with it. And yeah, I'd say that's a pretty good. I'd say it's a pretty good scan, especially from like literally this was my first one I tried. I did 3 different scans, and I was pretty impressed with that. So I'm just going to screw with this a little bit more, and then we're going to the Q&A. So
I
at
think there's
this
a few
point,
Q&As from my stream as well.
oh, okay. So I have these 2 models here, right? We got the 2 scans. So what I would do, I want to have both these selected. I want to hit a line, and we're going to see if it does it correctly. Oh wait, no, hang on. I don't want a line. Cancel. I got to process these first. I almost did the same mistake. Okay, it's been canceled. Thank God. All right, so I'm going to select this scan here, and I want to get rid of this platform. So I'm going to go ahead and just hold down Control, select that, and I'm going to do a plane selection. And remember, we scanned a bit of the top and a bit of the bottom, so it doesn't matter if I lose some of this detail at the bottom. I can go up a little bit more if I want to, and hit Apply. And then I'm going to just hit Delete. And it goes ahead and gets that cleaned up. So now I can also further clean up all these little data points over here that I know we don't need. There's some stuff floating about here. So it's not just here, scan the object and this with any scanner. It's not scan the object and boom, magic, you can make copies of it. Like you got to clean up
So I
the
was saying
scan.
that earlier.
Like what?
Yeah. Scan his
No,
head.
we can't check. Yeah, scan Blasto's head. I mean, we can try. It might be too shiny. He just got offended. I'm just saying it doesn't do well with shiny. I mean, I could try scanning his head. You guys want to try scanning his head? He'd have
Let's
to sit
do it.
perfectly still. Okay, so there we go. So I kind of cleaned that one up. There's another straggler here. So it's only going to give you as good of a model as you feed it. So I'm just going to kind of quickly clean this up here. I'm going to go and switch to the other scan. So this is the other side here.
Better lighting and everything will help.
Yeah, so I was thinking about putting it in the light box next time I scan, like whatever object I'm scanning, just put in the light box.
Hey, as shiny head people take offense.
That's okay.
Oh yeah, chat. How do I
hear.
sound?
Yeah, how does yeah? Someone left a very angry comment on the videos about Tor's microphone the other day.
Now I can get up and walk around and work on stuff and it not be an issue. Speaking of,
doing a quick cleanup here. You know, threw off my bearings. I will say, I don't know because I just don't have much experience in 3D modeling software, but it's kind of a pain to navigate like the model itself in here.
Without the space mouse.
Yeah, the space mouse has me spoiled. All right, so I've got these two models, right? 1, 2. I want to align them. So they both are missing one side, right? So I got the top and the bottom. Let's see if it's going to align it correctly. I need to spray his head with dry shampoo to get rid of the shine. We can try. I'll bring it over there. The cord will reach. Here. We can get rid of this. We can try to stand you. Probably fold the legs up so I can just use a tripod as a handle. Oh, okay. Did it? No, it thinks it's two things. Okay, so we want to do a manual alignment, which I am not an expert on yet. So basically, you want to give it, when you do the manual alignment, you want to give it 2 points or 3 points of where it's going to align. So I'm like, obviously, we got the Polymaker logo here. And I'm going to try to align on that. We're going to do like one of the points here. We're going to do like just the, I wish it like gave you a little more detail when you're in this mode. You know, I'm going to do this here. We got the hole here. The hole on this side is like right there.
I was going to
And
grab one of the
then-
cats to hang out, but they're all cuddled up being cute.
So I'm going to mark the USB ports like right here. And the other USB port is, or the port on that scan's right there. And then I'm just going to do it quick here. I'm going to do the label, the side of the label is like right here and right here. So I'm just eyeballing this. It's not rocket science here. Let's see if that'll align it correctly. Now I think it did a great job aligning that scan, that the fluke thing, because it's very distinct on
Yeah.
like its shape. There's not wrapped in. This is just a box. This is definitely going to give it a harder time to align it. So what did we line okay? I think we did better. Looks like we have a box. All right, I'm gonna hit okay. We're gonna see. I have a feeling this is gonna be a crappier scan than the one I showed you guys at the start of the stream that just had the table as part of it. So, but we'll see. We'll see what happens. I'm gonna do just one more quick cleanup here on some of the data points because I see some data points here. Get rid of these. We don't want those. All right, let's go ahead and process this. And you can't see it, but it says save project because I'm just sharing. Let me share that screen so you guys can see what it's doing. So this is what I see here. Oh wait, I closed the wrong one. There we go. So it's saving the project here. Okay, just gonna hit apply, and this shouldn't take too long. We'll see. So it's gonna like filter out the noise. It's gonna repair any gaps, and then it's gonna simplify the mesh. So, and I apologize if here I'll hide this to where you can show your thing while I'm
I was just using it as a fidget spinner.
Oh, the angel wings there.
Yeah, I got this off the SV08. That came out pretty well.
Yeah,
good use of the full bed. It's actually what's printing right now as a test.
Yeah, so it's going. Yeah, it's going. We're committed here. Actually, while we're doing this, let's read some questions. This is a great segue to our sponsor, which is me. I'm my own sponsor. Buy
You're
some
sharing
stuff
the
from our
screen, by the way.
shop. Yeah, it's fine. Thanks for the update, though. That's why I like sharing the app. All right, so Q&A. Let's see. View results. What's the first one? Leo Walter says, is a Monster 8 V2 boards unified compatible with other drivers besides 2209? out of the box, no, but you have the source code. You can modify it.
Yeah, it's just going in, changing the XYZ drivers or whatever drivers you're changing out.
Yep,
To
correct.
whatever Marlin defines those drivers that you're planning on using are.
Correct. I will, however, since the baby is going to be here in probably about a month or less, if you guys want to check out our baby registry, you can go to babyreg.timothyhogan.com. We'd really appreciate it. Krista just messaged me. She's like, tell that people know about our registry. We are having a baby shower on June 1st. If you're in the area, let us know. Get in touch. This is probably from your, oh, wow. Sorry, little ADHD moment there. That's not too shabby for a half-ass scan on a stream.
That came out great.
That did come out great. Dude,
like, and it pulled in the Polymaker logo
print.
and everything.
You know how like when you reprocess a JPEG, it gets more noise? What if I, so this is a scan of a 3D printed box. What if I print this, then scan that print, then print that scan of that print, and then print that scan of that print, and then scan that.
It's going to
look
look
print of the scan of the, like, just keep going, and like basically we can have JPEG noise in the real world. That sound like a great idea?
There we go. Oh, it's still too hot.
Okay, I'm going to power through a couple of questions here, and then we're going to scan Josh's head. All right, this one's for you. From Garrick Chang says, what issue with the SVO have you found? Zombie Hedgehog had mentioned there's no clog detection. Nero 3D said there's a Z drift issue. Are those or any others major concerns? One, I'm going to tell you right now, cloud detection on printers. It's really,
most printers don't have that. Even the printers that do,
it doesn't
buggy.
work. Yeah, it's buggy. Gladys says,
oh, these are from last week. I actually answered these last week on my stream.
Oh, did you? Okay, well, I'll delete that. Leo, oh, this guy asked again. Gladys, that's from last week. Nemo said, "This is not a question, just sharing a video for a nicer 3D printed space mouse." Oh, so here's the thing. I
shared something to Tim. Oh, you're not showing that on screen.
No, I'm not. I have no interest in printing a space mouse because I'm not a cheap ass.
I printed a space mouse hand
wrist rest, but I did buy you a space mouse.
I'm using the real space mouse.
The real space mouse. And as somebody who's messed with the janky DIY ones, just buy it. It works great. I have no affiliation with them. The space mouse is awesome. I have two of the Enterprise, and I have the wireless one because this goes with my laptop. Would I buy the Enterprise $400 one again? Probably not. I'm perfectly fine with just the basic one.
Honestly, if I wanted the Enterprise one, I would just use the basic space mouse and print out like a macro keyboard.
Yeah, I don't even use the macros. I bought Doug the Enterprise one because he did a bunch of work for us, and he loves it because he's a macro whore. But for me, I just like the actual mouse part of it. Casey's asking if I started working on the SVO4 yet. It's does it look like I've worked on it? It's right there. Right there. No, I haven't. It is on my list, but we've the thing. Oh, thank you. I actually did. He has the wireless. I bought him the wireless pack, and he has a new mic coming for it on Sunday. So he's using the one that comes with the kit, which is okay.
How's my mic been so far during the stream, everybody?
Yeah, deep fried 3D scans for the memes is a great idea. But yeah, so anyways, the SVO4, I can't allocate time to it unless we have like free time, which is few and far between. I'm just curious. I'm going to put this out there. So if you guys have an SVO4 and you'd be willing to spend $30 to $40 on a screen kit to get rid of the touchscreen, let me know, because if we get enough people saying that we want this and we will buy it, then I can allocate time for it. But right now, it's just a printer someone gave me. And I definitely could get a screen kit on there, do the firmware, but I can't justify putting resources for such an old machine if there's no demand for the parts, right? So if I did something to it, it'd be more of a kind of like a, hey, I just want to mess with this printer and use it for my personal use. But if we have people that are, saying, "Hey, I will buy upgrades for it." Then obviously, if it's generating revenue, I can then use time.
If I
to
can
do
find,
it.
well, hey, if
Oh
you
yeah,
can
here.
scan it,
If
if
I
you can scan it, I can make the. I have a reference point for the screen kit.
You're not wrong. I didn't even think of that. Mark Kablune says, "What was the name of the red, white, and blue filament?"
America.
America. I did intentionally wear that shirt today because we were releasing that filament. America.
No, it's a beautiful filament. I love the
Oh,
pictures
it's
of it.
sorry. We spelled it Murica. America.
America.
But my shirt, it's close enough, okay? It's got a German Shepherd and it says America. Look how patriotic that dog is. Remo is so patriotic. That dog gets excited for fireworks, gunshots, explosions. It gets him so excited. Jay, this one's for you, Tor. Do you have any plans to get the Easy ABL to work on the SVO8?
It depends on how bad the stock probe acts up. I was thinking about doing something like the beacon or
I saw people removing the stock probes already for like really basic inductor probes in the group.
yeah.
So, I mean,
Part of the
put it on
problem
your
is
to-do
I don't
list.
have spare pins on the board.
Isn't there an ABL probe already on there?
Yeah, but it's connected to the toolhead board, which has its own MCU, so it has its own pin.
Oh, okay. Well, put it on the docket for Tor's R&D test. Okay. Do you want to make a task
Like
in motion?
I still have to find like open pins to use because some of the pins
Yeah,
are
'cause you
MOSFET
need one
24
IO pin.
volts, and yeah, they're not IO pins. They're just
Here, I'll put figure out how to easy ABL
mounting.
SV. I mean,
Mounting
I'm
is not
assuming
hard.
routing the wires back is not going to be a problem.
Mounting and routing the wires back is not going to be a problem. It's
Yeah.
finding an open pin that's usable.
Yeah, an IO
is going to
pin.
be the problem.
All right. Well,
Because it reuses.
I put a reminder in there for you.
Yeah, while it does have open ports, a lot of those pins, like the X and Y end stops, are open on the board, but those pins are already reused for sensorless homing, so you can't use them at the same time. Figured that out because I tried to put RGB on it and I could not. I had to put a Clipper expander board in it to get it going.
Yeah.
And that's not like that's a big upgrade to do over just like installing an easy ABL.
Yeah.
Because I couldn't even flash the Clipper expander board with the stock board. I had to get a Pi, flash it, and then plug it into the SVO8.
It sounds like a pain in the ass.
No, it was. But now I have 4 extra MOSFETs, 2 thermistor ports, and RGB.
Okay.
So I was fine with doing it, but it's still going to be a pain.
So let's try this. I'm gonna have to like move this over.
You want me to come over there?
Yeah, why don't you come over here? That'd be better because I need to look and see.
Bart, I do have the Eddy probe right here, so I can play with it and test it. It's just getting it all set up. And part of the problem is Big Tree Tech uses their own fork of Clipper to get the Eddy probe working, as well as Solvo's using their own fork of Clipper to get their stuff working. So it's getting both of those play nicely together is going to be the pain.
Hang on, I angered the software because I've been opening and closing and starting new projects, and I think it's just
Jay, that's what I have right here. The USB Eddy.
We're gonna see how it detects your head.
My head is not shiny.
It is shiny.
It is not.
We'll let the scanner be the judge of that. Okay. Let's see if it's shiny.
Yeah, unfortunately, a lot of people are going to be waiting. Yeah, just shut your eyes; it'll be fine.
Okay. We're gonna try to scan him. All right, let's see. Let's get the tripod at full height here.
Lost tracking. Well, if he sits on, you have a chair without like a headrest, don't you?
Oh, we have a stool over there. We're not
Yeah,
scanning his
just
whole
set
body,
the
just his head. But you do need to come a
set
little
the
closer.
if the stool can rotate, he could just spin around in place.
The tripod just came apart.
Tripod, where
fine,
you at?
fine.
We need you to fix it. Tripod knows
Okay,
tripod.
okay. So you need to get like, okay, scoot up. Get closer. Okay, hang on. Oh god, it's tight.
Oh my
Okay.
god.
So you can actually, okay, so you need to keep your face like right in this range, right there. Okay, so just hold it for a sec there, and then I want you to just like kind of turn left to the right. All right, we're gonna try it. All right, let's go. Just okay, go there. You go. Go the other way. Up. There you go. Keep
Smart. Delays aside, I've
back
seen
a little, or
a lot of people have
go
issues with
forward
the
a little bit.
Neptune 4 Max as well.
Okay.
I know there's already upgrade kits to get it
No.
over to
Okay,
linear
go back
rails to help a bit with it, but it still has
and
issues.
go back, like so. Put your head down now.
Personally, I would stick
There
with
you
the
go.
SV08.
Okay. Start turning it. There you go. Okay. Oh. We're getting it. It is scanning it. Okay, go the other side. We almost got your face. This is mildly terrifying. Keep going. All right, come back and like where you started at and like get more of your mouth and stuff. Oh, go forward a little bit, get closer, a little bit closer. Okay, keep going. There you go.
I don't think it likes the
Okay,
mustache.
I don't think it likes the mustache either. Hang on. Try and get some different angles here.
Oh, lost tracking.
It does not like the ginger beard.
The switch wire. I should be doing a stream for the Trident
Turn
within the
around
next few weeks.
slowly.
It should be shipping this weekend. Too far.
Come closer. Okay, come
Too
closer.
far.
I can't. I'm out of cord.
We have ear.
Okay, right there. Hang on. It's totally ignoring your beard. It has no idea what to do with the beard.
We were worried about his head being too shiny. It's not the head that's the issue, it's the beard. If the scan works,
turn
please
back
turn
the
it
other way.
into a print
Right.
and print it in TPU. That will be hilarious.
Okay,
Blasto bust.
I might try to fill some of this side in here. Okay. They really need to have like a button on here that allows you to start and stop the scan.
You
That
need
would
a
be
longer
convenient.
USB cable so he can scan the full head.
It's just so it is just a C cable, so it wouldn't be hard to extend it.
Yeah.
Let's see how this comes out. We don't even need to scan the back. We could just like model that in. And
just rub some talcum powder into his beard.
Yeah, we have to like talcum powder your beard. So it doesn't do that's interesting. So it can't see the beard.
We were worried about the head, and it's the beard.
Oh,
It's
Mike
beard.
is here. My buddy Mike is here, who's like Mr. Scanner guy. He said rub some talcum powder into his beard. That'll do it. It's too shiny. Your beard's too shiny.
I take my linen tone.
Yeah, you got your beard oil? No tone? What?
Linen tone? Like,
Linatone?
that's like for
Also-
dogs. Like you give them. You never heard?
No, I've heard of. I know like biotin makes your.
Linen tone is like fish oil you give dogs.
Oh,
to
you
make
rub
their
it in your
coats.
beard,
No. It's
Oh, you
make
just take-
dog coats. Like shiny.
and so you take it from your
Never
beard.
mind. No, I don't.
Oh, oh, okay. You're fucking with
It
me.
was
Got
a
it.
joke.
Okay, it's a joke. I was like, Josh is really dedicated to the shininess and sheen of his beard.
Some people are.
I know this like take. Let's see. So like this is a 12th Jedi 7 in here. It's not doing too bad. I do notice that we are using. I'm glad I upgraded this to 32 gigs of RAM because we're getting up there in memory usage. I notice it like sits at about 6% and then it starts going. So their progress bars are about as reliable as Microsoft's.
Sounds about right.
Do. It took 1,534 samples.
I went blind a little bit.
Did you hear him? He said, "Pretty sure I went blind a little bit."
I said to close his eyes.
So my buddy Mike says, "Less Gimli, more White Gandalf." Beard.
Here, I'm gonna start a big print on the SV08 right now.
I want to see what this does here. The even more terrifying thing is it can do texture mapping, so it can like color it. Mike says, "I'm a ginger too, so I know his pain." I can't scan my own beard that well. Yeah, he does like
so it's just a
professional
known
3D
issue.
scanning. Yeah, apparently. I notice it doesn't like dark colors. I know it is a bit racist, right? It's got to be to do with how the light. Oh, it makes sense because think about it. If it's a black object, it's absorbing all the light and needs the light to come back to scan it.
Yeah.
That actually makes sense from a scientific point. That scan is kind of nightmare fuel. We're about to see.
How do you feel about the Moose scanner or whatever this is called?
Mike said he didn't like this brand, but he also sells other brands too. So I don't know, man. Conflict of interest, maybe. Yeah, same thing with reflective objects. Just making sure my computer's on like performance mode. Yeah, it is. Yeah, it's just chewing it up. Oh, we're almost done. Let's see. So there's actually less cleanup with this because like there wasn't anything else around it.
Oh my god.
Yes, where the beard is, it's just gone. Hang on, let's see. Remove noise, repair gap, simplify. Let's see.
You guys need to play with that and get a good scan of his head so we can actually print a blasto bust.
I named it Nightmare Fuel. He said basically the software is usually worth more than the equipment. Well, I think this software only they're using JM Studio with this. It seems to be like their parent company. So we'll see. I'm not going to do the texture mapping. I just want to see what it does with this partial scan. If it's just going to flatten it out on the back. Which if that's the case, we could take an existing scan of someone's head and then just chop the front off and put his on there. And get it close. Get a rough round. Scanner cost reflects the R&D on the software because the hardware is mostly the same cost. Yeah, well, you guys all know when it comes to the Chinese companies, you know, if they don't have to do all the R&D, the cost gets lower. Let's see, it's processing. I'm gonna see what it does with this one scan. It's not a great scan. It is crazy, like where the facial hair is, it's gone, completely gone.
Leave the back empty and make a chip bowl out of it. Oh god.
Someone said leave the back empty and make a chip bowl out of it. I think that was your face.
We can eat queso out of it later.
We could eat queso out of it later. Krista made some delicious queso.
I need to go.
But I'm gonna play. Okay, let's see. What do we have here? Oh, it's repairing things. And then it's gonna simplify the model.
Oh, I saw it fill.
Yeah, he said just seal the mesh and merge what you have into a downloaded face. Yeah, that's what I was saying. So at least it's the front. Just find a bald guy's face, and then chop his face off and put your face on like a serial killer. Just just cut his face off and plaster your face off. That's actually
Not that bad.
That's actually not that bad. Look how shiny your head is.
Well,
Oh, that's pretty fucking good. That's pretty fucking good. Okay, we're gonna export that.
Put his face on a Warhammer model.
We could just stick his face on. Someone said put his face on a Warhammer model. Space Marine time. That'd be fucking hilarious. Okay, I don't want this. We're almost. But I do have other stuff I want to do to Sandy, but let's check the questions really quick. Okay, that's pretty impressive. I'm not gonna lie. That was aside from the beard, which if we did the talcum powder, everything else is pretty damn good.
Yeah.
Right. That gives me hope for if I get one, I'll be doing a scan of my head so I can have a reference model for scaling helmets.
This is pretty good for one scan.
Put your man's face on the Statue of Liberty.
Oh my god!
A statue of Blasto.
He said, put your face on the Statue of Liberty. I feel like that's like illegal somehow, like defacing a national monument or something.
You should just like print your face off as like a wall plaque and just like have it on your wall up there.
Like I'm impressed. I'm not gonna lie. I don't know that much about scanning, but like this is a pretty good scan for just hey, let's just do it.
Just messing around.
Like, okay, let's check the chat, and Josh and I and Krista want to actually hang out a bit, so we'll keep it a shorter stream today.
I do need to head across town soon.
Yeah, we got one more question here. Let's see. Mark Bude says, Ender 3v3 KEEZA mount it all? Question mark. Tor, you made that one, didn't you?
Yeah, I sent it over to you guys to actually test out on the printer.
Yeah, so I'll test out there. But Mark, if you want to send us a ticket in, I can have Tor send you the file if you want to test it out. So
yeah, it's going to be 8mm only.
Yeah, 8mm only just because of the size. So all right, well, I think that was fun. Did you guys have fun on the stream today? We got 42 people watching right now.
We didn't scare
and now your face is
off.
immortalized on my computer. What's that?
We didn't scare too many people off.
No, this might though. Big and Bad Joe, who's a YouTube member, thank you, sir. He says, put that on your front door with a metal door knocker hanging from his mouth. That'd be terrifying. Just.
I could just do like
a. Oh my god.
So Timothy playing with the scanner more this weekend.
Could be a prop relic from Fallout. That's funny. Looks like one of those knockers from Labyrinth, David Hefner says. Oh, that's good. That was a pretty good scan though. So we need to go buy some talcum powder if we want to scan.
If we put like a piece of PVC pipe in my mouth, you could literally just scan it and have the thing for the knocker built in right away.
Yeah, did you hear that? If we had him put some PVC tube in his mouth, we'd have the thing for the knocker built in.
If you send me the file of that. We're making a Blasto knocker.
So I think the software is like pretty decent. I think where we need to work on it is getting the process down of prepping whatever or whoever we're scanning to get the most optimal results. Now they did in the software when it boots up, it gives you all these tips. It walks you through this is what to do. This is what you don't want to scan. If you scan this, do this. If you're scanning that, do that type of thing. So
what colors actually work when scanning, what don't?
Yeah, so definitely darker colors are not great. So I think the reason that Fluke temperature scanner works so great, it was yellow, it was matte finish aside from the screen cover, and it was kind of had a light texture to it. It was like a really good thing to scan. And that was a really good scan. So my buddy Mike is saying, make a building block STL and then subtract his STL mesh from the block. Could look quite good in a wall. Oh, like his face. Like, just your face sticking out of a block? That'd be kind of funny. Face impression in concrete looks cool. So, like, putting your... Oh, my God. Oh, yeah, subtract so it's inverted.
Like I pushed my face.
Yeah, like you push your face in it. That's kind of funny. Okay. All right, I'm gonna do one last plug. If you guys want, we did launch our America PLA, and this is a actual limited run. I'm not gonna be like, guys, this is a limited run, and I'm secretly gonna be like, oh, we're gonna do another one. No, I'm not ordering this for at least another year. This is gonna be a seasonal thing. I kind of like the idea of doing seasonal filaments. May or may not have stole that idea from Polymaker, but we have it, and it is live. So yeah. Oh, look it. You're my hand model.
I'm your Vandal Light.
There. You know what? I'm probably gonna print another one. So I'm gonna open it. So I can show you guys. Oh, you know what? We gotta open it like it's a Polymaker roll. Which is just snap it. So here you go. Silky red, white, and blue. And the way this is wound, you actually can't see the white on here, but I promise there is white on here. This is a tricolor silk. We have this custom made. And yes, the actual product name is America. Actual product name is America. So hope you guys like it. Once they're gone, they're gone. That's it. So make sure you guys get them. And yeah.
Samples for your UK homie. Is what
Samples for UK homie. I mean, I'll say, Mike, get with me. I'll tell you what. You can have this roll I just violated on stream. Okay, I'll put it in a bag for you. I'll put it in one of our easy store bags. How's that? Then I'll send you some goodies over. But you know how to talk to me. So, all right. Do you guys have anything else? Tor?
I'm all good. I'm ready to go get some food and do an Amazon return.
I'm ready to go get some queso. Some queso.
I need to get some food as
You want to
well.
stuff some meat and cheese in our mouth? So some chips? Okay. Sounds like a good weekend. All right. Thank you, everybody, for watching. As always, happy printing. Sorry the stream screwed up, but we
Have a good one.
Bye-bye now.